The other thing, so yesterday the Browns trade Josh Dobbs, a 7th-round pick, for a 5th-round draft choice in 2024. That means, by all accounts, their backup quarterback is a 5th-round draft choice. As a general manager weighing something like that, how do you go through that? It seems a little different because you've gone out and you've gotten all these veterans. It seems like you're in win now mode, and you have a backup quarterback who hasn't taken a snap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 49ers proved that it works. I mean, Brock Purdy didn't take a snap either. Didn't even take him in the preseason. I mean, look, the one thing, what does Purdy have and Dorian Thompson-Robinson have? They played in college a lot of games. They started, Robinson Thompson started over 40 games at UCLA. He's experienced, and he's been really good. He's outplayed a lot of the guys earlier in the year. They're getting more hype, but he's played really well when he's had his opportunity with his accuracy, his foot movement, his decision making. I could see why the Browns did that. Look, your dilemma at backup quarterback is this. You're not going to be the same team. That's why he's the backup quarterback. But what else can help your team? We saw this with Ben Roethlisberger. When Tommy Maddox got hurt, Ben Roethlisberger took over for the Steelers and took them to a Super Bowl. So it's doable if the guy's got talent. This kid's got talent.
That's the other thing. How can you tell? And again, former GM, you have a completely different perspective than somebody who covers the NFL. I've done it as a beat reporter. At what point and what do you look for to know this can transfer from preseason, where things are kind of vanilla, and into the regular season where it speeds up and things get a little bit more complicated and gray?
Yeah, that's a fair question, and I think you have to rely on past performance. He's played against great teams. UCLA's played against, I know the Pac-12 is not known for their defense, but that experience matters. The speed of the game is certainly going to pick up. But can he adjust to the game? I think he can. And I don't think this is a fluke. I think he's been mature. I think the fact he went in the 5th round probably was the bigger mistake. If he'd gone in the 2nd round, we'd all be talking more glowingly about him. But when you look at him as a player compared to some of the other guys, I mean, Aiden O'Connell's the same thing at the Raiders. Start a lot of games for Purdue, played really well, but didn't go early in the draft because sometimes these quarterbacks, there's something wrong that they get pushed down. And I don't think that's certainly fair. This kid's really good. And I think he's somebody, I could see why the Browns, picked him. I thought he was underdrafted. He should have been drafted earlier based on his play, which was inconsistent at UCLA, but it was flashed with a lot of production. I mean, look, Anthony Richardson was ultimately inconsistent at Indianapolis. His just elite skills got him drafted the 4th pick overall.